Hey, good evening everyone. Welcome to Squawking 1200, Squawking VFR. Tonight I'm going to throw in the whole kitchen sink. Hopefully it sticks. As you can see, we got a little flight sim economy. We have some down here, some Pilot2ATC. We have in the background, over here, up here, all around us, World Traffic 3. The flight is going to go from Kilo Foxtrot Hotel Sierra to Kilo Bravo Victor Sierra. Not really sure where that is, but we're just going to pop in some waypoints here. Kilo Foxtrot Hotel Sierra. I think we're just going to go direct. Unable to locate that waypoint in database. Well, isn't that cool? Let's try that again. Let me take a look. Oh, Foxtrot Hotel Romeo. My bad. Kilo Foxtrot Hotel Romeo. Oh yeah, there it is. Friday Harbor. I wish it was Friday. I could use a drink. And then we're going to go to Kilo Bravo Victor Sierra. Not too far. We're going to be up in Washington, flying over some islands. We're going to validate this. It's a 24-mile flight. So it shouldn't take too long. It should be kind of fun. A little bit of different scenery than what I've been doing. And also you will notice the sleek, sexy, vintage Piper Tri-Pacer. It's awesome. It's been a lot of fun to fly. So let's see if we're just going to push X economy to the side. We'll start the plane, listen to the ATIS. Throw on some of these. Throw in a little prime. Turn the key to both. Get ready with the mixture. Little start button. Crack the throttle. Nice. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to go direct to Kilo Bravo Victor Sierra. Enter. Good. Go find our frequency here. Approach, departure. Let's listen to the ASOS. Down the volume here. Doesn't look like it's
Friday harbor weather. Wind 270 degree. Visibility more than 10. Rain.
Alright.
Sky conditions 9,500 scattered. Temperature 14.
Weather's pretty nice.
Altimeter 299.
Let's call for some clearance. I'm trying to turn down the master volume of the Tri-Pacer, but it's not cooperating. Move that over. Try again here. There we go. Alright. You're ready to copy. Should probably correct one other thing in Pilot2ATC here. And I gotta expand. Config. We are actually Piper 213 Bravo. I made a purchase the other day. So now I have 2 flight sim economy aircraft. Piper November 213 Bravo, ready to copy VFR clearance.
November 213 Bravo cleared VFR to Kilo Bravo Victor Sierra with radar advisory service at 5,500 feet. Squawk 4133 advise of altitude changes en route. Departure on 118.2.
118.2.
Cleared VFR to Kilo Bravo Victor Sierra maintain 5,500 feet squawking 4133 departure on 118.2 Piper 13 Bravo. Piper 13 Bravo read back correct. Altimeter 299er contact us when airborne for advisory services.
Alright, so we gotta contact them when airborne.
Altimeter 299er will call when airborne Piper 13 Bravo.
Let's see, start flight. Ooh, it only gave me 2 passengers. I must have too much fuel. That means I'm going to have to go to economy and cancel one. So before we get going, flight sim economy, my flight. It shows all of them in the loading area. We're just going to fly with the 2 then, and then see where it goes. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay, I can hide that. Taxi light's on, that's on. Nav light, beacon light. Don't need any of this, don't need any of that. The microphone. I'm going to pull in some cabin air. And we're going to go 5,500. Alright. Let's get our taxi on. How's everyone doing tonight? Gotta turn on my chat here. Oh yeah, I forgot. With the trifecta, or the kitchen sink as I'm going to call it, XPlanerealistic. I like it. See that? Whoa! It's almost a little too bouncy on that. It's going to require a little bit of adjustment. Yeah, it's probably a little too bouncy. Alright. Mixture's in. Let's check our temp. Fuel's good. Amps are good. Suction's good. I love the takeoff roll, the little extra vibrations. Whoa. And up we go. Still trying to decide on my field of view that I like. Pop on the GPS. I'm gonna go left. Oof, frame rate's getting killed. Oof, vomit frame rate. I wonder what's going on. Nothing's working that hard. Hopefully it's a scenery load. Hopefully it's not World Traffic 3, gonna blow up my sim. That's a pain. I'm pretty sure Defender is off. I'm gonna check that. Because if Defender is on, Defender is on. I have it as a freaking exception, and like not just not just an exception, but like the whole folders are all in the exception. Windows Defender, do not like you. So I guess that's going to have to be part of the checklist. Center myself here. Cessna 123 Bravo is airborne.
Aircraft calling departure, say again with your call sign.
Piper November 213 Bravo is airborne. Still haven't figured this one out when it says
Piper 13 Bravo climbing to 5,500 feet. Piper 13 Bravo, good afternoon. Squawk 4133, expect runway 29. Piper 13 Bravo, radar contact.
alright, now we got to navigate. Fun bird to fly, but you really got to hand fly most of this thing. There's no autopilot that I can tell. I'm not sure if the in-game, not necessarily in-game, but the automatic flight control system. I'll see if that'll pop up on the screen here. This is in Pilot2ATC, so let's see if we can go. Kind of afraid to let go here. Alright, let's see if it's gonna do it. If it'll settle in. Apparently, it might be working actually. Where'd that go? See if we get back on heading, if it rotates us back to the left. And no, I'm pretty sure it's not. So let's call that a fail. It's a good thing we're just flying VFR, going to our altitude here. In the middle of nowhere, Washington State. Oh, look at that. Nice. Little yacht club there. Yeah, this Tri-Pacer, man, it climbs pretty solid. I think I had precipitation rain on, but not a lot. You know, just a little bit. I'd be kind of curious to see if there's any windshield effects. I'm a little bit hesitant to check the world radar. You know what? You only sim once. No, that's not true. You sim every day. You only live once. And we are coming from Kilo Foxtrot Hotel Romeo. Wherefore art thou? Yeah, apparently we're the only people in the sky. Hello! Doesn't even have our right call sign on it. But that's okay. How high are we? 4,000 and climbing. I need an en route descent. Turn that thing off there. Get this thing over here. Piper 1-3 Bravo descending to 3,000.
Piper 1-3 Bravo radar contact. Expect runway 29.
Expecting runway 29er. Make a big 29 in my book. This is the trim, if you haven't been in a Piper before. And it's right about that time where I now have to mess around with the Piper thing here. Nope. Oh, that's bad. There we go. Oh, did I do it? Need to change fuel tanks. I need to set some kind of preset for that. Alright, judging by the look of the map, this map here.
Piper 1-3 Bravo, you are 11 nautical miles from Skagit. REGL radar service terminated. No tower at Skagit. REGL frequency changed. Local traffic advisory approved.
Alright.
Roger, have a nice day. Piper 1-3 Bravo.
Alright, KBVS. I wonder if I can find that on Flight Sim Economy here. Trying to find where the info is. Let's see, I'll get the info out of Pilot2ATC if I have the 128.25. over here. Skagit traffic, Piper Tri-Pacer, November 213 Bravo approaching from the west for runway 29, Skagit traffic. There's a big yacht club down there. Nice. Did not know yachting really was a big thing out here. The elevation is 143, so I'm going to say 1100 will be our pattern altitude. See if we see it. It could be it right there. Excuse me. Sorry, missing the chat here. It's a little further inland than it looks. Turn off the taxiway, put our landing light on, mixture's in, gauges are good, suction's good, manifold pressure's 2200 RPMs. It's weird that we actually have two double vision here. See, the frame rates are good without the fender. One thing I really appreciate about this aircraft is that it really trims out. Probably a little easier than, say, the Airfoil Labs 172. Anybody seeing any runway yet? Is that it right in front of us right there? Ah, there it is. Just going to go and enter a left downwind. Skagit traffic, Piper Tri-Pacer, November 123 Bravo, entering a left downwind for runway 29, Skagit traffic.
Contact off center 133.45.
Looking good. So we'll try to head out towards this out here, maybe hit the edge of this field and then come on down. Take a look at these runway markers. that's 29. Confirmed. Let's see, beam of the numbers. Let's hit that first notch of flaps. Trim it out. Oh, you can hear the drag noise from XPlanerealistic. Shout out to Roy Cronenfeld. This is cool. It's going to be a kind of a very short and quick turn to final. It's going to be like base final. Give myself a little bit more room here. My plan was to follow that tree line just on the other side of it. So probably hit that town right there and go left. Skagit traffic, Piper Tri-Pacer, November 213 Bravo, turning base for runway 29, Skagit traffic. That's pretty funny. I was used to the November 212 Bravo, that's my Cessna. And now that I went and purchased the Tri-Pacer, I found one of these in the game in Flight Sim Economy. So I had to have it. A little overshooting here. Getting used to how this thing lands. I set the XPlanerealistic settings. I just adjusted them for touchdown and a couple other things. Don't even think I need to go full flaps on this. Gonna maybe land a little. No, it's looking good. Thought it was going to be going long, but this little Tri-Pacer, just set her down. Pull the power, ease it back, ease it back. Oh, geez, like butter. Oh, excellent landing. That's usually not how we do it here on Squawking 1200. Usually we do our best to break the gear. Oh, nice. Oh, we got a little, that's landed perfectly. Oh, didn't see that line. My bad. Exit when able. I'll take it all the way down to the end of the runway. Here's an exit. Skagit traffic. Piper, November 213 Bravo, clear of runway 29, Skagit traffic. Skagit, Saskatchewan, Skagit. It still seems to be a little heavy on how much the aircraft is jumping around. Maybe it's, I have the predictability for turning up a lot. That could be it. Hey everybody, welcome to Squawking 1200. Got the Piper Tri-Pacer out tonight. We have XPlanerealistic. We have Pilot2ATC, World Traffic, all jammed into one computer. Yeah, you guys didn't see it, but just before I came on stream, I had a crash to desktop. Made me a little bit nervous. Let's see. Pull that thing. Let's see, turn off the... Let's see, we should shut off first. Power these down. Idle. cutoff. Kill some battery there. Don't forget to do this. Open economy. Finish the flight. Alright, that's done. Let's see, now that we're at this airport, I'm going to see if there's any medium to short things that we can take. Nautical miles. Gotta go back to where we came. Let's do that. Let's see if we can load up these three. We'll just kind of reverse it. Add selected assignments. Rent the Tri-Pacer again. My flight. So I gotta cancel these two. And so I'm going back to Foxtrot Hotel Romeo from here. So let's see, start flight. 2 assignments, 2 people, battery on, don't need the prime, crack the throttle. There we go. Set our GPS back to Kilo. Oops. Foxtrot. Hotel. And one more. Romeo. Going back to Friday Harbor. Friday Harbor, that's where it's always the weekend. Alright, let's see. Put that over there. I wonder if I can just reverse this. I can. So we're here at Skagit, and then we're going to go to Kilo, Foxtrot Hotel Romeo. Going to jump back on runway 29er. Probably even use a short intersection departure with this aircraft. Oh, sounds good. I like these little hops that make you around $1,000. My favorite aircraft to fly for making money is the Caravan, but I'm not going to invest in buying the XPlane 11 version. One thing I feel about this is that it taxis fast. Like that's an idle. That's like low manifold pressure. So before we take off, what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to just give a quick demonstration of XPlanerealistic. Chatter that you hear is from Pilot2ATC. Come up to the hold line. Alright. So you go under plugins, you go to Lua, and under here you have the Lua macros, XPlanerealistic Pro. Put that in the center for you. We don't have any active reversers. Airframe, wind, that's fine. Atmosphere's fine. Braking movement seems to be a huge amount. Maybe what I'll do, I'm going to go brakes 1, see what the difference is. Cockpit atmosphere. Don't really know what that does. Engine start. I'm going to drop down the shaky shake and the movement. And it's probably overpowers with the noise a tiny bit. Engine stop, same thing. Gets a little clunky. Almost a little too much. Engine vibrations. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Flaps, I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to leave that alone. G-force effects. See, it doesn't show, like it's not doing a lot. But it's, hey, Fishman with the beard, welcome aboard. Got XPlanerealistic Pro. Just kind of going over like a quick demonstration of the menu. The airplane's like breathing right here. That's, oh, maybe it's because it's preview. Okay. Yeah, one thing at a time. Gear drag, ground effects. I'll turn this up a tiny bit. Ground roll, turn down the movement. What it is, I'm adjusting the movement. It almost seems a little too much. I want the sounds to be subtle in the sim. Heading anticipation, natural head movement. So each item is customizable within this XPlanerealistic. It sees what aircraft. It sees the PA-22, the Tri-Pacer. You can use it with track IR. I have X camera turned off. I was having a weird thing. I was just doing like barrel rolls every time I would adjust with the arrow keys. So I turned that off. I got the window open. Super cool. I'm going to leave it open on takeoff and see what it does. Oh, live on the edge. Alright, we're going doing a little bit of flight sim economy. We also have, we'll check the radar. Ain't much going on. Let's see. We're at Kilo Bravo Victor Sierra. So what I'm doing, I'm just going to leave the world traffic set down to like nothing. Mixture up. Throw on some lighting for better visibility. Take off tonight. I'll probably just finish up with this one flight tonight. Just a little back and forth. Let's see, this aircraft cost around $105,000 in flight sim economy. I immediately had the 100-hour check on the engine. That was a couple grand, I think. Alright, off we go. Enjoy the sounds of XPlanerealistic. Oh, guess it automatically closes. And rotate up. Oh yeah, look at that. No ortho scenery here, I don't believe. I believe this is all X-plane scenery. I think the only stuff I have is Seattle proper, and then a little bit, one tile to the east maybe. Let's see, Going back to Friday Harbor. I'm in the Pacific Northwest. I'm in Washington State. Let's see if I can shrink it down on Pilot2ATC. Where's Seattle? I think Seattle's down. Oh, stop being centered. I think this is the Puget Sound. So we're like right on the Canadian border. This is where I found this aircraft. I just typed into Flight Sim Economy last night. Hey, are there any Piper Tri-Pacers for sale? And I found one. And I was going to start ferrying it to across country. And then I said, you know what? Yeah, it would help if I turn the flaps up. Much better. Yeah, checklist type of thing. Then I said, you know what, maybe I'll just have a East Coast Cessna and a West Coast Tri-Pacer. See, now this kind of really fits in with this region and this style of flying. A little bush plane. Yeah, that shaking that you see on the screen is that's part of the XPlanerealistic. Ooh, excuse me. Right when I started the stream, I took off and immediately I got 8 frames, 9 frames a second. Windows Defender. I'm really disliking it. I thought I had exceptions in just about everywhere, but no, apparently I didn't. Apparently exception does not mean exception when you're trying to exclude Windows Defender. Got a little fishing village here on the left. They primarily catch salmon. So if you're looking for a great place to vacation, kind of a quiet town, it's got 1 gas station, 1 grocery store, and it happens to have 2 liquor stores, 1 on each end of the street. You can only reach it by Piper Tri-Pacer. I kind of have a monopoly on this little town here. Sometimes I'm referred to as the mayor. Alright, this is when I see something really cool with the Piper Tri-Pacer. This right here, the time control. Woo, it's getting late. I think it's pretty awesome having it right there, right in your dashboard, right in your cockpit. Ooh, almost forgot that Piper thing again. I think I did that right. I need to set up a custom view for that.
Receiver 246 Alpha Fox 133.42. Receiver 242, boss. Good morning. KLM 86, contact Boston Center 128.2. Zero Center, contact Boston 133.42.
Wow, this thing, it really does handle beautifully. Yeah, welcome. If you haven't been by the chat to see what we're doing tonight, we're running a little bit of Pilot2ATC. We have World Traffic 3 on, though I don't think it really rendered too many planes out here. We have the new Piper Tri-Pacer. We're running XPlanerealistic Pro. We spare no expense at Squawking 1200. Well, except that webcam thing, and a real microphone, and a mixing board. But other than that, you know, it's the beer's always flowing. Fisherman with the Beard, I have not gotten into any tube liners. If tube liner stuff, I would just leave the John Fly, Cat Strader. Those guys are just gonna do it so well, like they do general aviation. But those guys really seem to enjoy the big aircraft. I like these little tiny ones. I guess each thing really has its own challenge. I guess once I've learned pretty much most of what I can learn in the general aviation sector, and if I get bored, then I think I'd move up to that. A lot of people love them though. Like, you ask the first thing that people want to fly, they all want to fly jets. They want to skip the Cessna 172 and go right for the big heavy stuff. I think John Fly just came out with a 7 or 8 part series on, I think it's the A320. I think it's a new one that either just came out or is just about to be released. Yeah, the details on on the aircraft is just incredible. That's one of the things I love about this. I don't know. Usually there's almost a mirror reflection of the dashboard on this side. I don't know if it's just the way the light's hitting the aircraft. Let me see if I turn up the... Could just be that with the angle that we're in the sun. Yeah, $90. It seems like the cheapest part of the simulation is going to be buying the simulator. The add-ons and the yokes and all that stuff. That's where it's going to get us. Just following the magenta line tonight. I'm using the CH rudder pedals. I think once I get to a certain point, when I get upgrading, I think pedals is almost would be better than upgrading the yoke. I think the CH Eclipse yoke is pretty nice. It's definitely not like a Go Flight. It's definitely not in that class. But I think
Cargo level 1
the
clear direct.
they're kind of a compromised set of pedals. I think better pedals might make the experience almost better than buying another yoke. Yeah, I think that you know, the full flight experience is definitely the yoke and pedal combination. You know, for me, flying a Cessna with a joystick doesn't seem right. I think that's my airport right back there. Yeah, just tucked in off the back edge there. Yeah, you know, you get mixed reports about the SATIC yoke. Yep, I have the CH Eclipse. It's got the more buttons and the more, you know, it's got the paddles in the center, so you can use it as a rudder. But I kind of use it to look right and to look left. It's good, you know. I've had it for quite a while. Not that I've been, you know, I've been kind of in and out of simulation, so I'm not going to say I've used it for, you know, or a lot, but I've used it for quite a number of years. My uncle's got a CH, the regular version. The thing, it can't have any like guts left in it. It's so used. It's so like, I'm like, how do you fly in this? He just loves it. So I guess it's kind of what you get used to too. You know, you kind of look at it again like you know, any other hobby. You look at what people start getting. You know, you start making bigger and bigger investments, whether it's model trains, cars. If you're doing games like Magic the Gathering, I play Star Wars X-Wing. God, I got more money in that than I do in this.
Sierra 942, Captain Fox, 133.42. Good evening, 942, climb to flight 350.
I guess, you know, looking at when it comes down to equipment too, it kind of comes down to how much you want to be invested in and committed to, like a hobby. You know, if you go to the home flight simulator group. I couldn't even imagine how much money these guys have invested in their simulators. You know, they're talking running these things with 3 and 4 computers, never mind like a, you know, having just a nice set of yoke and pedals. Alright, so I was right, that is my airport. Oh, let's see, what do we do? Let's enter on a left downwind. Yeah, if you want to be a pilot, I'd definitely save your money for that. Yeah, I think this can be, I think these are nice supplementary trainers. They kind of keep you sharp on certain things. But I think the bill for being a pilot will definitely outweigh. Oh, landing light's already on. And it's like me, I just kind of invest what I feel like at the time. You know, I felt like buying the Tri-Pacer. Here come some of the cool reflections. I just think that's so awesome. My uncle had this aircraft. I saw it at his house. I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta go buy that one. So that's kind of how I wound up with the Tri-Pacer. Oh, cool. Yeah, thanks for joining the Air Force. Thank you for your service. That's awesome. That's a great way to get trained. I feel like I'm coming in a little hot here. Alright, am I gonna hit hard here? Probably. Oh, nice! Hey, any military kind of service I think is awesome. Come on. Not bad. One wheel on the cement there. I'm reading the chat as I'm drifting all around here. No, that'd be awesome if you get to train, you know, with the U.S. Air Force and get to, you know, serve your country. That's awesome. My grandfather was in the, he flew a B-25. So that's where I kind of got my love of aviation. Went to every air show as a kid.
012, stay up to pass and climb and maintain flight level 330.
Yeah, and that's on my short list of things to get to, is to buy the B-25, the Mitchell that's sold on the org just for fun. Probably put it in one of my top aircrafts when I probably get, you know, over the holidays. Yeah, if I had a joystick, I'd probably wind up with like World War II DCS there, the Digital Combat Simulator. You know, flying a Spitfire or a Mustang, or oh, my favorite's the P-47. I think those are just amazing looking. Yeah, see these reflections, I just think this really makes this cockpit come alive. Yeah, they are. They're just incredible aircraft. Did you see the movie Dunkirk? That's super awesome. Amazing part of history. Yeah, there's something I like about the fly-by-wire versus the fully automated, you know, computerized cockpits. And that's kind of why I think I stick with general aviation. Awesome. So after you get your pilot's license and you're in the Air Force and you're over here, if you're up in the New England area, you know, Boston. Well, I'm in Connecticut. So if you come up to the Northeast, you can go out for some beer and take me up for a ride and make me vomit. I think that's the Air Force guys' favorite things to do. Let's see. Shut that down. Pull this. This time I won't forget to shut off the key. I got to pop out of X economy here. Finish this flight. Nice. Oh, cool! I have a friend that's been an extra in a bunch of movies. He was actually, I think, in the background behind Arnold Schwarzenegger in True Lies. Like, and he was in People magazine in the photograph. It was pretty funny. It was one of his claims to fame. Cool. I've never been to Arkansas. I've been to 30 states when I was around 22, I think. I drove 11,000 miles. I did a big giant circle of the U.S. Beautiful country. Amazing sights to see everywhere. It'd be awesome to come out and see Norway someday. It's got to be majestic. Let's see, it's got to be pretty late for you. Geez, it's 7:30 here. What is it, 2 in the morning? Yeah, I'd imagine I couldn't even imagine how beautiful it is. As a photographer, when I went to the Grand Canyon, I couldn't even take any photos. I was just so struck by how beautiful it was. I'd probably get like that same crazy, like, oh my god, I wouldn't be able to do it photographically justice. I love camping and hiking too, so I bet it'd be awesome. Alright, I'm gonna run. Yeah, I'm a photographer. That's mostly what I do. I do that, and I work as I work part-time in technical support for one of our local universities. I primarily photograph people, so I do a lot of wedding photography, a lot of portraits, kids, babies. Yeah, it's been a pretty good living. It's getting more and more difficult with basically how easy it is to create photographs. The cameras are so good in low light. I have two cameras. I have a matched set of Canon 1D Mark IIIs. They're probably going on their 9th or 10th birthday. Each one of them has over 500,000 frames, and they've made me a lot of money. Yeah, I think my last event of kind of like our main photo season is this weekend. Might have one other bar mitzvah next month, but pretty much our prime time is coming to an end here in New England. Yeah, good luck in Arkansas. When does that start? Check my economy here. Bank. Ooh, nice. Hang on, I just messed up my screen. Have an interview and test next week till January. Awesome. Hey, good luck with everything. Again, thanks for stopping by. Good luck with your military career. Hope it takes you far and you get to fly every aircraft of your dreams. It's awesome. Maybe next time, I think I'm gonna spawn my Piper Tri-Pacer in Norway somewhere. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fly my I'm gonna find a spot in Norway, and we'll take a flight in your country. That'll be fun. Yeah, it's going to be good. All right, have a good night. I'm going to go look at my Norway map and find a nice airport. Yeah, maybe we'll do a tour of the fjords. Awesome. You have a great night. I'm out. I'm going to find my off button here. All right, here it is, buried under a couple screens. Thanks again for stopping by. Have a good one.